I'm keeping the team together but changing some of the roles. We're looking at refreshing the responsibilities of councillors, the council, making sure we're on the right direction following COVID. Well, last year we declared a climate emergency here in Exeter, and we've been doing a lot of work with City Futures and a lot of partners, bringing forward a lot of policy papers, but now we've got to start putting some of that into action if we are to make 2030 a real thing, and that's what we're doing. So I've dedicated the Deputy Leader will be responsible for delivering that carbon neutral city by 2030. And we've got a lot of plans. As you know, all our buildings that we are building here in Exeter are to the Passive House standard, reducing carbon by up to 90% and reducing those bills. We're doing that in our housing. We're bringing forward 500 houses over the next 5 years, all to that standard. And obviously we now need to work to the developers. And one other thing that I need to tell people, which is so important, and I'm very excited about, is we are developing a retrofit company whereby we will retrofit our housing stock to that standard of making them energy efficient and saving on fuel bills, and obviously commercialising that for those of us who live in private dwellings who may want to use that. That will be there, and that will take some time, but I think it's very exciting and something that I'm really pushing that we need to do, and that will bring clean growth, good skilled jobs in Exeter to keep young people, apprenticeships, and other people who want to change roles and change careers into that sort of business, which is the technology of the future. Well, recovery, we've got so many streams of work, as you know, and recovery is so important. Look, we cannot tell businesses here in Exeter how to run their business. What we can do is be facilitators, and that's what we're attempting to do. So obviously we are working with business community here in Exeter, in particular the city centre, to bring it back to life. But in doing so, we have to be mindful of social distancing. COVID is still a real threat. We've seen numbers increase across the country. We've been very lucky here in Exeter and Devon that we've not seen that level of increase, but it could easily happen, as we saw in South Wales, from 0 to the top in the country. We don't want to be in that bracket at all. So there's a lot of work to do. We want to get our businesses open. We want to get people back to work in a safe way.
Talking of which, good news on our leisure centre is starting to reopen, the first couple within a couple of weeks, and then the pyramids in October. This must be good news for you.
Well, I have to say I'm so pleased and proud that the Labour group has been able to bring that policy of bringing the services back in-house to be run by the council for people here in Exeter. And if any money is to be made, it will come back into the service and also into the city. That's so important. Now, we've wanted to bring the services back before, but we've had to wait. September was when we took over, and therefore we are now responsible. We have to be mindful to the government legislation, to the guidance, to make sure they're all open in a safe way. We will be opening arena within the next couple of weeks. That will be available for people, and I've got to say the Bowls Club and the people up there have been very supportive. They've wanted it open. They're working hard to make sure we can do it. We've also got the dry offer down at the Riverside, which we will be making sure that that's available to people in the next few weeks. And of course, I'm going to mention it, the fact is that the pool is still under construction. We're having to do so much. We've done the roof. I've been up there. They've done a great job. We are preparing that building for the next 25 years, but we can open the dry services first, and the pool is on its way. It is the priority. People have been talking to me. They're looking forward to it. I think there'll be some good promotions that they'll be seeing on how we want to get people back into leisure activities. We have been the most active city in the country. We might have slipped a little bit on that, but we need to get ourselves back. I've appointed a new member to deal with that. Exeter is a great place to live and to obviously play, and we want that to get back to normal as soon as possible.